Yeah, and Kiladangan lost in our final to Nina not so long ago, and the fact that they lost it, even though Barry Heffernan went off after doing his crucial, I think he stepped on a bottle as he was going over the side of the field, challenging
Right.
for a ball. So it's just a freak one, and like I would consider him one of Tipperary's most important players. But they're not like Kiladangan aren't playing their usual fluent stuff at the moment, but they do have Willie Connors back. He came on the last day out, and I'm sure he'd be chomping at the bit to start this game. Billy Seymour had only returned from America and wasn't particularly sharp the last day. There have a few more lads like Decky McGrath who might be back available as well. But like if lads have been away in America, it's difficult to throw them back in and leave a lad who's been training all along on the bench. So that's another thing that they have to grapple with at the moment. Let's jump on to the Cork Championship, because as you were saying to me as we were preparing for the show, there's a lot of interest in managers over different teams at the moment, one of whom is Louis Mulqueen, who'd obviously been involved with Clare and Liam Mellows in more recent years.
Yeah, pretty big name appointment, I suppose, to kind of come into the equation. Following on from like Fergal Ryan had obviously done huge work with Blackrock, very successful in kind of ending what for them was a big long-term drought. In 2020, winning the first county final in 18 years, and they got to the semi last year, and he would have been involved in the team that got to the 17 finals. So a pretty strong body of work he'd put together there, but he obviously moved on, and then they went for Louis McQueen. But just interesting with the Cork setup is the fact that the stakes are raised that bit higher again because it's groups of four, so there's less margin for error, and there isn't a divisional system where there's a safety net to kind of fall back on. But given that Blackrock beat Sarsfields last weekend, last year's semi-finalists, you basically had of the four teams that contested last year's semis, only Blackrock were the only side that managed to win last weekend.
For more exclusive content, go to patreon.com/OurGame.